What's up, guys? Welcome back from the YgoPro duel video. The new castle, the golden castle of Stromberg has been released finally, like after years of from watching the anime. So it's up on YgoPro. Most cards are on YgoPro as well. So let's try it out. First of all, as you probably already have seen, there are at least in this particular video, there are 3 possibilities to FTK. It's pretty much a 1-card FTK your opponent, thanks to your Stromberg, your field spell. And first of all, consistency. You know, the new archetype, you can call it an archetype, the fairy tale archetype, right? Got a new monster that, discards itself to pretty much be like a terraforming, the bird at 3 in the deck. So basically, you're running 9 copies of a golden castle in your main deck. Again, so consistency of getting that first turn castle, well, first turn as in your hand, it's not that hard. Again, 9 possibilities to have that. But again, as you're seeing here, and you'll be seeing it in the other 2 builds, it's more of a mishmash of a couple of archetypes. The first one here, it's like a combination of multiple field spells, subterrors as well, ABCs also. The first particular, or this first version, has a lot of similarities with the current Cannon Soldier FTK that's floating around in the OCG using Brandish as well. But as I mentioned before, don't mind these lists. Most of the cards are basically filler. It's just to showcase like the 1-card possibility of your Stromberg, going into Hans, going into Knight, making Isolde. That's where the BS starts, right? Your shenanigans starts right there. And then again, I'm very sure that most of these FTKs, most of these possibilities can definitely be refined, like fine-tuned, and maybe made more consistent, maybe Call by the Grave, or whatever, right? Again, that's up to you. I didn't invent this FTKs. I'll leave the link to the Reddit threads, since again, props to these guys. I'll leave their names somewhere here in the video, because I'm not that smart to figure out these possible FTKs. So again, Stromberg being the 1-card FTK, the first way, as you're seeing here, uses the ABCs as well, again using Firewall Dragon and a Assault Core, I believe the name is. Again, both these cards are not once per turn, and as you already know, there is an FTK thanks to Cannon Soldier floating around in the OCG, and it has of course a lot of similarities with this first way. So let's see the first example. First example, again, just showcase opening with a field spell, or, just opening terraforming, or the bird, discard the bird and search your Stromberg. The fact that Stromberg either special summons your Cinderella or, Pumpkin, etc., etc. Or, and I think this other route is a more competitive route, to go, activate your field spell and then special summon anything from your deck, like your Hans special summons Knight, give you the option to go for Isolde, and then this gets your engine going. This first possible FTK is only possible for the TCG, well, bar Needle Fiber of course, but for the TCG because of Ancient Fairy Dragon. Again, Ancient Fairy Dragon being involved in those shady FTKs. A little side note again, consistency, interruption, hand traps, yep, that's definitely an option, but again, that's besides the point. The point here of this video is that there is this 1 card being the field spell, being your golden castle, to, make this all possible, and that's what I want to show. Again, very similar to the OCG. Basically just get your Firewall Dragon on the board under the extra monster zone, and then, just use Cannon Soldier you were able to search out earlier, and then just keep special summoning your A Assault Core, having 2 copies of A Assault Core, and they will just, revive themselves to your hand, and then thanks to Firewall Dragon you'll be able to special summon themselves to the field, and then just hints and repeat to burn your opponent to death. Again, as I mentioned before, very similar to the current OCG builds. As you saw, ABC in the OCG is very minimal ABC cards like 2A or whatever, right? Very minimal monster lineup in the OCG, and basically Brandish Link shenanigans, especially with Cannon Soldier, right? The second possibility is, I'm more a fan of this, is using the Plant FTK style of Top Logic Bomber as well. And you know, the Phoenix cluster, again, don't mind the list too much. I'm sure that with more testing, fine-tuning, people can definitely, you know, make these lists much better. But again, that's besides the point. The point here of this video is just, again, to showcase this possible one-card FTK of Stromberg featuring the plant engine. So opening the bird, discarding the bird, getting the field spell. And you know what's coming, right? Again, Hans into Knight, into Isolde. I believe, again, having the 4 equips in your deck, special summoning Vion this time, sending Malicious. Yeah, you know what's going to happen, right? Eventually you'll be making Beatrice. Beatrice will tutor your Bulb, if I'm not mistaken, and eventually, thanks to Bulb, you'll be able to search out your Lone Fire Blossom. Again, just a one card shenanigans, right? And the beautiful part here is that, okay, your Stromberg does have a big cost of, during your own standby phase, banish the top 10 cards of your deck face down. So basically a pot of desires, right? But again, the beautiful part is that it's only during your next standby phase. And, you know, the next standby phase is after that. But again, the beautiful part is that at the moment on activation, you don't have to pay any cost, right, for your Stromberg, and that's what I like, definitely like, is just get rid of your Stromberg. If you're playing like a multiple field spell deck, just overlay your Stromberg with another field spell you were able to search out with Invoked, for example, or Ancient Fairy Dragon, get rid of your field spell. So your Stromberg searched like multiple warriors from your deck, for example, set up an Isolde or any Link Summon or any rank 4 Exceed play, not to forget, and then just get rid of your field spell, and right, that's fantastic, right? It just, you're bypassing that huge cost of banishing the top 10 cards. But again, very similar here, the Topologic FTK featuring the plant shenanigans, right? The third option here has a 50-50 chance. Again, don't mind this list too much. This list is focused on the Mannequin Cat and of course Hero Kit as well. The small downside of this particular way and using the Arcana Force, the World or something like that, you know, which one is, you know, toss a coin. If you like call it right, or heads, flipped heads, your opponent has to skip its turn, or has to skip his turn if you're sacrificing 2 monsters. And that's quite easy, especially here in this deck, you know, using Cinderella, using the Hans and Knight combination. Although again, the small downside is you have 50% chance of actually getting this particular FTK, you know, to work, since you're relying on the coin toss of your world card, right? But again, same combos, same combinations as you saw. Hero Kit special summoning itself, opening up the Summon Sorcerer's play into Mannequin Cat, being the beast you needed, the light one. And eventually go for the world, Arcana Force the world, toss a coin, have heads, of course, otherwise it would be pointless, right? So tribute 2 monsters, banishing the top 10 cards, and then, you know, you just have to put enough monsters on the field. If you can't OTK your opponent this turn, again, just make sure you can tribute 2 more monsters. Your opponent again skips his turn, you'll be banishing the top 10 cards again, and during this turn you should be able to OTK, right? And quite important here is that I didn't have a hand during my opening turn, so keep in mind that you are already having like other monsters, you know, other B6 in your hand for the upcoming turn. So I mean, all in all, the fact that you're Stromberg, I mean, on first sight I thought, Stromberg and the archetype, that doesn't really seem too good, right? But again, after more digging and seeing these combos, playtesting, like a Stromberg as a 1 card is super strong, and the fact it's searchable off of Terraforming and the bird, you're basically running like 9 copies, and that makes this Stromberg, can I call it an engine? Yeah, maybe, with or without Cinderella, but definitely the Hans Knight combo. It's just that 1 card Stromberg can lead to Isolde, can lead to a rank 4 Exceed play, and that's so strong, guys. I mean, there are more decks that can definitely abuse like this 1 card Stromberg. Not essentially, or not mainly here in this particular FTK, but in other decks, right, that they can just abuse, like Gokis, for example. That's an easy Isolde, and you know, Gokis set up extra link. or the Nightmare, Tremere, Calling, etc, etc. So again, don't mind these lists, they are not super finalized. The FTK, it's just a showcase, like there is this one card possibility of multiple ways to FTK your opponent thanks to Stromberg. Okay guys, that's it. Thanks for watching and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.